Thanks for watching. If this video was helpful to you, please remember to leave a like and subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this in the future.
You're up. You have a full day planned, and you need the fuel for it, ideally quickly. The COSORI Personal High-Speed Blender packs 800 watts of power and 23,000 rotations per minute, all within a quick assembly, into an even quicker breakfast, and in a blender pitcher that you can actually take and go. Don't limit yourself. Live life tastefully.
Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. So today I actually have an unboxing video for you guys, but also we're going to put this thing to the test. So we're going to unbox it and then we're going to do a couple recipes in it and see how this thing actually performs. So a few months back, I actually did a video called The Battle of the Pressure Cookers. I will link it below if you want to check that out. If you do not remember which video I am talking about, you guys loved that video on my channel and I was like not even really gonna do it. I remember I was like, I don't know if anyone really cares. And I'm glad I did it because so many of you loved it. So I wanted to do something similar again because COSORI is who sent me this time again. And I was like, yes, we gotta do it again. So this is actually the COSORI Original High-Speed Personal Blender. Here's my only issue is because I really did want to do the video the same way, that same kind of structure to it. I don't have another personal blender. I have a Vitamix blender. I've used the Ninja blender before we had the Vitamix, so I do have a good sense of how certain blenders that I have had perform, but I don't technically have a personal one. And with that, I don't think it's really fair to put my Vitamix out and this together and really compare them, you know what I mean? But like I said, I do want to unbox this still and I do want to test a couple recipes. Even though it won't be a true side-by-side comparison, I still think I can give a good review for you guys based on what I know with other blenders I have had. So I'm really excited about this. So if you like this type of video, please do give it a thumbs up. It lets me know and I will continue to do these types of videos in the future if you guys want to see them. And let's just get into it. Now, I'm really excited about this though because I do get a lot of questions from a lot of you guys asking about blenders and my thoughts on certain ones. It's the Vitamix because it's so expensive. It really is. And so when they offered to send this to me to show you guys, I was like, yes, I want to test it out because this is much cheaper, and if it can perform and it's still considered a high-speed blender the way that it is and it performs that way, this may be the best thing to get. It's normally $69.99 and right now they're offering a coupon. I will put it all below for you guys where you can actually get it for $59.99. It's 15% off right now. So that's why I wanted to do this for you guys, because let's be honest, the Vitamix, it took us years to finally cave and get that thing. We absolutely love it. We really don't have any complaints about it. Although, I will tell you, if you are wanting to blend a very small amount of something, especially like nuts, like more of treating it like a food processor, it's not the best. Because, let me show you. This is part of the Vitamix. This is the one we have. We have the wide one. So if you're not putting a lot into this and it's very much just like a thin layer at the bottom, it kind of has a hard time. And even the tamper thing that you can kind of push stuff down to really get it in there if it needs that, it doesn't reach below the blades. Point is, this thing has been amazing for us, but if we are wanting to blend a very small amount and crush something up that's very little and not a lot in volume, I mean too, it's not the best. It's not. That's my only complaint with it. So then if you had a personal small blender for those types of things, that would be awesome, you know? I just wanted to point that out though. So let's dive into this thing. I'm sorry, I feel like I'm all over the place. All right, so it comes with like the user manual, warranty information as well. It comes with a cleaner. This is nice. This would be really helpful. That does not come in a lot of blenders actually. At least what I remember, it doesn't. So this is kind of cool to kind of get down in there. So that comes with it. Pull that out. It's really packaged, like really good too. Okay, so it says this is a personal blender. This is big. In comparison to my head, this is actually pretty good size. So that's kind of cool. And there's multiple pieces that it comes with. I like this one too because it's actually like wider. Cool. Has a lid on here. Nice. I remember I actually did have, this was going way back, but whoa, what was it? The Magic Bullet. I had that. That was old. Is that still around? I don't even know. But it kind of reminds me of that a little bit, and the Ninja even. So you get two of these. Oh, okay, so this one actually has a, like, you can turn this into your drink cup. That's really cool. Nice. These are big, guys, really. These are plastic, not glass. And then this one here comes with the actual like blender attachment. Very similar to that of the Ninja one that I remember. So this should be very simple for me to use, which is good too. And then here is the base. So just to give you a little information of what it actually, each of these are, is you get two 24-ounce containers. These are these big ones here. This one is a 12-ounce, which honestly it looks bigger to me, but 12-ounce. And a recipe book, the cleaning brush, the blade attachment, which is up here, the storage lid, which is this one here, the travel lid, which is this one here, and then of course the motor base. All right, so that is everything that comes with it. All right, so I have it set up here, plugged in, and let's put it to the test. Let's make a smoothie first. Guys, I can totally see myself using this. This is like, when you think personal, sometimes you think it's just gonna be really small. This is big. Unless I was making a smoothie for like all three of us here, this is more than enough. So that's really good. I wasn't really expecting this in my mind, and I'm glad this is what it is. All right, so let's put it to the test. We're gonna make a smoothie first, and then we'll make like a cheese sauce, a vegan cheese sauce with cashews. And because sometimes that's the real test of like how smooth will it get. We're gonna try it out. So I just rinsed everything out just since it was, you know, packaged. One thing I do remember about having like a smaller blender is you're gonna want to probably, just to help it out, start with smaller pieces of frozen fruit. Now, if you have not frozen, it probably isn't as important, but I find that this does help in these types of blenders. So I have one frozen banana here, and I'm just gonna dice it up. Because you don't have like a tamper or something to really help process it all through, you kind of want to start with smaller pieces. It'll just help. And then I also have this frozen thing of blueberries. I'm gonna put a handful of those in there as well, or two. And then I have some mixed fruit here, and I am gonna just kind of cut this up too, just again, so no big chunks are in there. And I do remember too, on these types of blenders, from when I had one very similar, when you want to add greens to it, I would suggest doing the greens last. Maybe in this one it doesn't matter, but sometimes you want to get those greens mostly blended the best. And sometimes you want that blender to be right there on it, and it'll really do it. I just remember that. All right, so I do have a thing of spinach. I'm gonna put a big handful of that in there, and I'm gonna put some water in this. You can do like a non-dairy milk, you can do coconut water, whatever you want, but I'm just gonna put some water. Now, I filled it up a pretty good amount, but because there's so much fruit in it, it's really not that much water, but I would say maybe like half a cup to 3/4 cup, give or take, and we'll see if that, you know, it needs more, or if I put too much. We will see. But I'm gonna just put that lid on there. It looks so pretty. See how this works. So on here, there are a few settings you can use. When you plug it in and it's in the secured spot, it will beep at you. Now there's just a regular start-stop button. If you turn it on, it'll just stay on. And then you stop it the same way. There's also an auto blend button, which is basically where it's going to turn on for 3 seconds, stop for 1 second, and continue doing that like 10 times. And the idea behind that is that it will be a much smoother smoothie. And then there's also a pulse button, which you guys are probably familiar with. It just kind of is a kind of you control the stopping and starting of it. But let's just turn it on and see what happens. So it's doing really good on this half, but there is a chunk down here of fruit that it's not wanting to get to. I can tell. Let's give it a shake. Let's try it again. Okay, so that definitely helped, but I think it needs more water actually. All right, so this is obviously just something you'll have to play with. This is still how it works for me too in my blender that I'm used to doing all the time. It's always gonna be a little different based on how frozen the fruit is or what kind of fruit, you know the drill. So let's do it again. Oh yeah, looks good. Oh yeah, let's try it. Oh yeah, that was a good one. That's good. I'm happy. Sometimes they come out the ugliest color, but it doesn't really matter as long as they taste good, right? No, this is good, guys. I mean, I wish I could show you a little bit better. I'm gonna pour it so you can kind of see the consistency of it. Let's just pour it into this one here. And let's see if you can see how smooth. There's no big pieces in it at all. So I'm impressed. I like it. Very good. That's good. So now what I want to test. Now maybe I'm being a little bit too hopeful. Maybe, I don't know, but if you're familiar with making like cheese sauces and stuff and blending cashews, if you do not have a high-speed blender, you really do need to soak them. And sometimes, even though I have one, I still soak them. But I want to try doing it without soaking them and see how this works. And then if that's just a complete bust, then we'll soak them and try that too. But I just wanted to give it a test and see how it'll do it. I'm going to use this little one to do it because these lids are totally interchangeable. And I'm going to see how this one performs with this top, but let me clean it up. So here are some cashews that are just raw cashews, not soaked, just sitting in my little mason jars. And I'm going to put some in here. I'm going to do actually, I'm not going to soak them, but I am going to use a hot water in them, which is something I would normally do anyway too, because if I want a sauce, I want it usually warm, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just going to use my Keurig machine. Do you guys ever do that? Give it some hot water, and we're going to blend this up and we're going to see, and I'm going to add my nutritional yeast to it and then some spices. Now I would normally take the time and like roast up onion and put other things in there too, but again, for the purpose of just seeing how smooth we can get this, that's what I'm gonna do. Let's do the auto blend first and see how that goes. Add some lemon juice to it. It's an ingredient I always forget, but it really makes such a difference. Plus it gives it even a little more liquid in it. Oh, look at the steam. That looks good. Seriously, it looks good. So I'm gonna pour it into this container just to save it, because I'll totally eat this. But you could absolutely just store it in this with the top here. But for the sake of showing you guys how creamy this came out, I wanna pour it in here. All right, I hope you can see this. It is creamy. Now, I'm not gonna say that it came together as quickly as the Vitamix. That thing is quick, it really is, but guys, it is creamy. Creamy, creamy. Oh yeah, give me some chips. I'm telling you, I love this on chips. For nachos, it's so good. Oh yeah, it's good, guys. This is good. It's actually not bad even without the onion that I would normally put in it. I mean, I think it works really well. It really does. I think the only thing is that I'm not used to anymore is working with smaller pieces of food. Whereas the Vitamix, you can kind of throw in a whole apple and the rest is history, you know? But again, for the price point that we're talking here, this is a really, really nice high-speed blender. It really is. Obviously, if you had a big amount that you wanted to, you know, blend, again, I'm just gonna kind of put these side by side so you can see here. They're definitely, you know, it's smaller, but again, it is a personal blender. But still, nonetheless, this holds a lot. So I really, really like it. So I really wanted to share this with you guys. I hope if you're looking for a blender and are looking for a more affordable one, I recommend this. I think this is really, really nice, and I like that it comes with multiple pieces too, big and small. But yeah, I'm gonna link it below for you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so, so much for watching as always. Please subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you guys very, very soon.